Yeah, guys, so this is a bit of a different video for Kenshin Studios, but Nico and I are here actually to do a reaction video. Now, this isn't going to be a normal thing that we're going to do. We're not known for doing reaction videos or anything like that. But this one piqued our interest in particular because it involves Kudajira, and we just wanted to get our reactions to this video called "What Exactly is Kenshin Chaos Breakdown?" And this video is actually a third part, technically, in a series done by Neos Gamer and Godzilla Reader, where they actually have like gone in and dissected the Kenshin Chaos series, Kudajira himself. Like their first video they did was all about Kudajira, just from Wrath of the Hybrid to Kenshin and how he evolved and all that. And then the second video was they kind of went over the first four episodes of Kenshin Chaos. So they were telling us about this next video that they were going to do. We were super excited, and we told them that because of that, we'll do a reaction so that they can, see our reaction as we watch it. We'll also pause the video as we go through in case there's some points where we need to talk about, like, oh yeah, this was, here if there's any corrections that we need to make. And all that. So this video is also cool because it also features Spyroew, which is another great. He's another awesome person. He's a big fan of us on our Discord page and everything like that. So we've met him actually a couple of times at G Fest, or I've personally met him a couple of times at G Fest. And Nico, I think you met him at 2019 G Fest when we were at the artist table.
Yeah.
But yeah, so without further ado, let's watch this. Let's see what this is all about.
Cool.
That you end up going into another dimension and escape the swarm of dimensional dragons?
Yep. That sums up that terrible idea.
Certainly got lucky there. Otherwise, you would have been turned into a lunch.
Yeah, well, it seems like they won't be able to get into our dimension. Not anytime soon, at least. I hope they aren't
You
able to.
hope? Well, I'm hoping that doesn't end up happening. Actually, are your characters even here?
Sadly, no. All of my characters are on vacation right now, so you're probably not going to hear from them for a while.
These opening skits.
That sucks.
All my characters are on vacation.
Kind of surprising.
Really? Even the Dark Beast? The monster that's bent on destruction and destroying every single thing in its path decided to go on a vacation?
Yep.
That is really odd.
Right. Well, either way, I don't think we need to.
Feast on my brethren.
Worry.
Oh my.
You gotta be kidding me. They found a way in! Quick! We need to get out of here now!
Oh, that would be a great idea if it wasn't for the fact that we're literally surrounded.
These two look very appetizing. I wonder what their souls taste like.
Oh dear.
It was nice knowing you, dude.
It was nice knowing you too, buddy.
Kudajira's gonna come in and save the day.
I don't know, man.
Strike them down. Yet.
Oh.
Ah, I called it.
I guess I wasn't expecting that.
Kudajira.
Oh, thank God! You came in the right time. Please help us before we end up dead. If you need us to make another video about you, we'll gladly do it.
Wait. What? I don't remember agreeing to this.
Just please save us.
Well, you have something in mind. But it's not the first part.
Huh?
Just a second. Attack him now!
It reminds me of watching those old Godzilla videos where they had those mashups, but they would use different
Oh yeah,
things
there's different parts of
from
like
movies
the
and
movie.
try to
Yeah.
match it up. That's exactly what this reminds me of.
It's like like an old like AMV. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, like yeah. Oh, hi, Carrier. Hi, Carrier.
What?
What? From Game of Thrones.
We are so screwed, man. We are so screwed.
Where did that come from?
Oh, that's Spyro's Godzilla, I think.
Oh, is it?
Evil Godzilla.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah,
must
Spyro
mean
has some kind of fan creation.
Spyro?
Hey, Reader.
Who's he? Spyro. He's a friend that I know in the Kenshin community. Pretty cool guy.
Okay, but what about that creepy Godzilla that's right behind? The one that looks like he probably wants to burn us both.
Oh, that's his character. Evil Godzilla. He's
Oh, this surgery looks like fun.
kinda messed up in the head.
Well, sort of, to say the least.
Oh, well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Want to take care of these
Spyro's
citizens
a
with
robot.
some blood? I don't see why not. Oh, and also Reader, read this.
Oh. It seems that he wants us to do a video explaining what this series is and what it will consist of, as well as explain how we got the idea of doing this in the first place.
That's it?
Seems to be the case.
If that's all he wanted us to do, then he could have just asked us. But again, not like we would have had much of a choice anyway, because he probably would have tried to attack us again, especially after blowing us up last time.
Oh, hey, Spyro. Wanna join us?
Sure, doesn't seem like a bad idea.
Alrighty then. In that case, let's get this thing started. So, I'm guessing some of you must be wondering about what exactly is going on right now, and have also been curious about two videos that have been made over the past few months, or I should say about the past year, considering that is when all of this started. This is a series that's focusing on one character in particular, where this series involves me and a friend of mine, Godzilla Reader, talking about a character that was created by Kenshin Studios for a series known as Kenshin Chaos. And now we also have another newcomer here, that being Spyroew, joining us for a new series on the channel focusing on the history of Kudajira, known as Kenshin Chaos Breakdown. Basically, this series is pretty much kind of like a Kaiju similar to the Kaiju Profiles series that Wikizilla does on his own channel. Instead, this is specifically going to be focused on a fan-made monster that belongs to Kenshin Studios, that of course being Kudajira. This will be focusing on the character's history, which starts with the movie Wrath of the Hybrid all the way to where it currently is now with the current series that they are doing on their channel known as Kenshin Chaos.
I know.
Now, before we go into the details of what exactly we'll be doing in this series, some of you, and possibly even people from either Kenshin Studios or the Kenshin Studios community themselves who might be watching this, might also be wondering how exactly did this all start. Well, I think I'll let you guys hear it from the guy who came up with this idea for the series in the first place. That would be none other than Godzilla Reader himself.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I'm the Godzilla Reader, and just like Neo's Gamer said, I will explain how I basically ended up having this idea in the first place. So, I would say around 2021, in one of Kenshin Studios' older community meetings, a fan basically asked them how cool it would be if Kudajira had a Kaiju profile made by Wikizilla. And the idea
Yeah.
stuck with me. And also when it comes of like researching Kudajira, there really hasn't been a lot of videos basically talking about the history of this character.
Yeah.
Which I think is a bit of a shame, honestly.
That's why you guys are doing it. I love it.
Unlike most fan-made kaijus, Kudajira is a particular one because he has went through development and also shape. So in the end, I basically wanted to do a kaiju profile on this concept. So I went to Neos and asked him if he could with a documentary basically explaining the history of Kudajira. And well, he agreed, and well, you can see how this ended up. In a way, the way we went through, it's kind of like how the Godzilla Kenshin trilogy was created in the first place. Now, the thing that was great about working with Neos on this series is that between the two of us, Neos has the better editing skills. If you watch his videos, and even his older ones, you can see that Neos is very skilled with editing. So it was basically a to team up in order to make the videos. So that's basically how this
I would say one
series
thing,
ended up being created.
with at least with the video itself, that the music might be a little too loud
Yeah.
over over their video, like over their voices. So just for future reference, guys, when you make the next video, try to lower your volume so I can hear a little better with the
I'm a
voiceover.
huge Toku and Kaiju fan. So, how did I find Kenshin? Well, I was
Oh.
Chris back during the
There it is.
days and loved his videos. And when he and his friends created Kenshin Studios, I was super excited. I loved their fan film trilogy, especially Wrath of the Hybrid, which I saw the premiere of at G-Fest in 2018. I even bought
right,
their
you did.
merch they were selling at the G.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna pause it here really quick. So,
Yeah.
I think is very interesting. Me and you talk about it, Chris, all the time. I don't think we've ever brought it up. Wrath of the Hybrid is still like one of our most viewed videos, like every single day.
Oh yeah, it's the most. It's the most. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still. It's still
Like, it
getting
is still-
like. Yeah.
It's still getting a decent amount of views for for our channel every day. It outshines everything else still.
But honestly, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
'Cause, like
yeah.
I feel like because of the like when we first posted on Goji Fan, and then of course it got like the crazy amount of people in that day, but then obviously like it was deleted, and then we had to restart that process on Kenshin Studios. So I think it's good that the video is finally getting its like actual real viewership that it was that it was deserving of in the first year that it was out. So it's great. I love it. Like I'm still very happy with it.
I know, it's awesome.
There's not a day goes by where I think if that was as a dated film. No. I think it's still top tier. Yeah.
No, man. Absolutely. If I ever feel like, down one day, like I didn't feel like I feel like I just didn't accomplish anything, I go back and
Watch
and I watch the live reaction to be like, wow, I did that, and I did that with a group, with a team, and we all did it together. It's awesome. Just love the experience.
Yeah, I mean, and even like depending on how Kenshin turns out in the end, like I still think Wrath of the Hybrid will be probably still better.
yeah. What
So,
we did with
I don't know.
what we did with,
depending, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how Kenshin Chaos wraps up, but yeah.
In G-Fest 2019. So yeah, I'm a massive fan of theirs, and I love Kudajira. I think he's pretty cool. I love villain characters, especially overpowered kaiju ones, as they are a lot of fun.
Okay, I think that's good enough for the introductions. Now we need to go over what topics we'll be discussing for this series. And to start up, we'll be talking about the history. Hey, Spyroew? Are you okay over there? What's going on, man?
Oh no, I can't control it.
Can't control what, man? What in the heck?
I love this clip stock footage. Oh my.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to get used to this new body.
Yo, it's okay, man. Just...
There's like some deep lore going on here, like lore
there's a story with like every episode that happens.
Do you think you could help me back over to the studio? I think the explosion broke my back.
A few moments later.
Okay. Alright. Alright. Now, as I was saying before that interruption, the next topic we'll be going over is analyzing the history of both Kudajira along with his series Kenshin Chaos, which is also where this series kind of started out with. Where it started out with basically where the idea for Kudajira came from, the designs, which in the first video you could also see some of it while we're talking about his design. There's also like a few sketches that can be found there, like a few images that can be found within it that actually shows some of the designs of Kudajira.
Yeah,
some
of these
a
concepts
few
I haven't
drawings
seen in a
of
while.
them, and then a
know.
few 3D models along with
The separated
both.
mouth outfit.
Obviously,
I mean, we
the
pretty much
original Wrath of the
revealed
Hybrid
all,
design.
like every piece of art.
And then, of course, the one that he has now that he had got in Kenshin Chaos.
No, that was from
And
Alex.
As the history
Made
of the series
that
is
Kaiju
right
Battle
now,
Royale game.
Oh,
it might not
really?
be too hard to tackle.
That was like an unused
so far
sketch,
we've
yeah.
covered,
I didn't know that.
4 episodes.
I didn't know that, actually.
Episode 5 is out, but at the moment we need to wait, because in the case for the first video, we covered the 3 episodes, and for the second, we only covered episode 4 since that was the video that was out at the time. The only reason episode 5 wasn't exactly covered in that one is mainly because the video was being worked on at that time. So in the case for episode 5, that will be covered later on, but I think we would rather wait till there's a few more episodes, so I'd say probably around episode, I don't know, I guess after 7 and 8 are out is when those would be covered for another.
So,
But in the case of
Would you
things
say
right
You gotta
now,
get on it,
it's
Nico.
mostly gonna
Yeah.
be about the history of the series.
Would you say
and
like
of course us covering the events.
would you say like
of
after
each
7 and 8
episode.
did we get a bit of a better idea?
And I'd
What's-
say Wrath of the Hybrid, but
what's
Wrath
going
of
Yeah.
the Hybrid already got covered in the first video, along with the
Oh
first
yeah,
3
actually yeah,
episodes of
yeah.
the series. So,
Now I think yeah.
yeah.
The next topic is basically trying to figure out the timeline of Kenshin Chaos.
I'm very interested about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Our best to come out with the, well, not official, but somewhat of a possible timeline that
Okay.
makes any sense.
Okay.
This could be proven to be a lot more challenging, to say the least. When it comes of timeline and continuity with the Godzilla Kenshin trilogy,
Okay.
it's kind of a mess.
Yeah.
Especially since there's a lot, and I do mean a lot of plot holes. And when Kenshin Chaos, it may look easy, but seeing how this series is probably connected to the Godzilla Kenshin trilogy, we may need to do a lot of thinking to come up with conclusions. Seeing how the Kenshin Chaos Kudajira basically goes through different universes, I think we may find a way to explain this. And also, with what he was doing, perhaps this will lead to some consequences. Once again, this timeline that we are attempting to make is not official. Whether the people around Kenshin Studios actually make an official timeline, the one that we're doing is not canon.
For the next topic,
Yeah,
we will be
Nico, if you
going
wanna
through
pause
is
it real
finding
quick.
which opponent is
So yeah, so I mean, like that's like the biggest thing is that we've never officially put out a canon timeline or anything with Chaos or
Yeah.
Wrath of the Hybrid. Like even like Return of Space Godzilla, we even were like, is it technically in the Heisei series of Godzilla because Space Godzilla's back, or like is
Yeah.
it? You know, but we kind of played around with that. But like, I've said it many times on like past community meetings and things that if you want to, and this can be help for you guys like in your research for your later videos, but like if you guys want to come up with some type of, and your idea could be completely different from mine, but what I've said is that you can say like it's a split timeline deal. So like Wrath of the Hybrid happened and then he died and then that was it, like the end, and we're good, like that was that part. But then a split timeline could be the Chaos timeline where Kudajira, this new Kudajira comes in and then like the older Kudajira kills Godzilla in Wrath of the Hybrid, and then that's where they face off, and then that's when chaos continues. So, I mean, it's kind of like that, but that is in no way near like what we were going for.
Yeah.
Like the Chaos series had, and once again, we've said it many times before, it had a plot line, and it's completely separate from Wrath of the Hybrid. It's a completely separate like universe series. It has nothing to do with Wrath of the Hybrid, because when we were initially doing Chaos back in 2019 or even 18, I think, when we were writing the script or whatever, we had like
it was 20.
Yeah, we had like a big story like for it. Like there was an actual story rather than Kudajira just fighting kaiju every episode. But obviously, long story short, development issues. So this is what we have now. But what we're planning on doing is that in the next few, in season 2, if we can get to that, and we're building up and we're trying to foreshadow some things. So just keep that in mind when you're making these videos, that there are things in the works, maybe.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. I'm good.
Strong enough to defeat Kudajira. Now, instead of just using Godzilla monsters, we will go through the entire media and look for the most universally powerful monsters. And when we mean universally powerful, we're talking about monsters that could destroy the world and the universe. After all, giant monsters are particularly everywhere in fiction. To wrap things up, I think the Kenshin Chaos breakdown has been going strong, and I think it should definitely continue on as Kenshin Chaos progresses.
I want it to continue.
Yeah.
Regarding this series, well, if I have to say it, this is by far the most amazing, the most interesting, and the most fun projects that I ever get to do, especially with Neos, who has been a very good friend of mine ever since my journey on Wattpad. The fact that we're doing a legitimate kaiju profile, well, to say the least, on an amazing character, it's just great. And honestly, I'm glad that
thank you so much.
we have the 2 videos out there, and we're glad that the people around Kenshin Studios are liking this. And honestly, I'm very excited to continue this series until we reach the finale. So right now we're trying to see what we could do next, especially since we're waiting for more episodes of Kenshin Chaos to come out, and also because Spyroew just agreed. So right now we're just trying to see what topic we could do next, and also, I guess, to say the least, which topic would be easier to go through, since of course, apart from this, we all have our personal lives, and also because we all have projects that we want to finish. And of course, we do need to take breaks, because it's not something that we do every single day.
Breaks? What are those?
No,
right now
Make those.
never take any breaks.
As well. Honestly, I am very glad that I'm still following Kenshin Studios, because back then, around 2018 and maybe 2019, after
The Dark Ages.
the Godzilla Kenshin trilogy,
Yeah.
I never really paid attention to the Kenshin Studios channel, which now I feel very ashamed of myself for not.
Oh no, you're fine.
Especially since
It was not a good time.
No.
Chris Keepers basically deleted his Goji Fan 93 channel because of
What? He did what?
life issues, which now I am
How
glad
dare
that
he?
he's doing very well. Although when I saw that, honestly, it was very sad seeing the channel disappear like that. Like all of those fun videos. Until Chris Keepers basically appeared on a video of
Oh my god.
where he basically advertised the Kenshin Studios channel.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
at
Yes.
first, I was very, and I do mean very hesitant in going to the channel, but after giving it a look, and then seeing that Kudajira will have a new design, basically gave me the desire to follow them. And honestly, I am glad that I am still following them, because they make amazing content.
We appreciate your
And
support.
also because
We appreciate it.
Kudajira is the biggest inspiration, like my biggest inspiration when it comes of like making original Kaiju.
Aw.
So for that,
That's
I would
crazy.
like to
Yeah,
say
dude.
thank you, Kudajira. Thank you,
Oh.
Chris and Nico,
Yeah.
and thank you, Kenshin Studios.
Oh, you don't need.
That's awesome. You they.
I would
too much.
say
Yeah.
that this is honestly turning out to be an awesome series that me and Reader came up with. I don't think this series would have ever happened unless both Reader had told me about it and also by finding out about this series even existing. The Kenshin Chaos, I mean. Because if memory serves me correct, I believe Reader was actually the one who introduced me to Kenshin Chaos. He's the one who introduced me to both the series and the character of Kudajira himself. Especially when
Good
he
job,
approached
Reader.
me about the idea
Reader.
of
Getting more people.
possibly
Preaching the gospel
making
of
an
Kenshin
entire
Studios.
series that's essentially there to be a sort of like a kaiju profile for Kudajira, which this series had started out as being pretty much just that, a kaiju profile series for Kudajira. Except it seems like it's turning into more of that, more than just that, because if I had to say, it kind of almost feels like how Kuro the Artist's Ben 10 breakdowns are, where he's not only just covering the episodes of that show, but at the same time, he's also doing other stuff related to the series, like covering both the timeline and all the retcons revolving around that. And I say this is pretty much what this series is almost like. So I would honestly have to say thank you, Reader. I would honestly have to say thanks to him for showing me the series, because without that, I don't think Kenshin Chaos Breakdown would have ever happened without Reader or without him introducing me to Kudajira and also Kenshin Chaos, along with really everything that Kenshin Studios has been doing since then. This is Neos
He's a
Gamer
super
signing
fan.
out,
Yeah.
and I would like to say, stay tuned, true believers, and see you next time on the next Kenshin Chaos Breakdown.
Destroy
Oh my.
Well, to be continued? Question mark.
Too bad. All right. Awesome. Yeah. So that was great. I'm very hyped to see where you guys are going to take this series, and obviously your series relies on our series, so
Yeah.
we have to make sure that we keep on going.
Honestly.
So no pressure, right? But no, that's awesome. I'm super stoked to see what you guys will come up with. I think like for right now, you guys, I mean, I know that, we're still waiting on some episodes, but I think that, you could still do like the history. I know you kind of went a little bit over that in the first episode or whatnot, but maybe
Yeah.
like a refresher or something. But I mean, episode 5 is really almost wrapped up, so I mean, you'll have a little bit more on that, and we're just gonna keep on.
No, episode 6.
going
You
through.
mean episode 6?
Dude. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Episode 6. Yeah. Episode 6 is almost wrapped up. That's right. So yeah. So you have a little bit of some content to look over and analyze and all that. But yeah. So what I will say in terms of your video itself, yeah, the editing was very good, except for, like I said, the audio just, I would balance
Yeah.
out a little better. It was kind of hard to understand Godzilla Reader a few times. So definitely take that music and lower it a lot, because it kind of overbearings. It's like overbearing sometimes on the dialogue. And I would pick music that's not as vibrato, like not as like an action movie, because once again it's kind of distracting. So I would pick music that's more like calmer, atmospheric, kind of in the background. If you want it to be this type of like breakdown or Wikizilla profile style video, just to make sure that the audience can hear your narration so that they can understand fully what's going on. But other than that, I mean, I think it's good. I noticed too, like there's just this theme of like filter, like it's this filter style of like very dark contrasts, like red and blue purplish kind of thing. It's interesting, like like every clip has this filter on it. It's like a style. It's very interesting. So yeah, but that's my feedback for the video itself, but I'm super excited. So Nico, anything from you?
Honestly, you took the words right out of my mouth. Keep it up. Keep up the great work, guys. If you guys have like any questions about anything, like feel free to reach out to us.
Ask us.
Yeah. Feel free to reach out to us.
Yeah.
Like we'll answer anything that isn't like, well, I guess,
spoilery.
Yeah. And hope.
Yeah.
And
I mean, unless we want to give you an exclusive, but
yeah. Unless we want to give you an exclusive, but hopefully, you know, as Kenshin Chaos comes out, and you know, as other stuff it starts releasing, whenever that may be, you know, you can get the, you know, continue to build off that profile. So.
And we, you know, we've stated before that we are working on a certain next project that it's smaller in scope in terms of like it's not animation or whatever, but in terms of actually building a universe for Kudajira and like actual canonicity to the character with actual stats and like abilities and weaknesses and things like that are actually going to be happening. So you know, once we get that rolling, I feel like that'll be a big thing for you guys for this series if you want to keep on going after Chaos is done, because I'll tell you right now, season 2 probably won't be a thing for a long time. So this next thing that we're trying to do, I think, is going to be like your next bread and butter for content wise. So but yeah, if there's any questions or whatever, the best people to ask are the creators. So you can ask us anything. Twitter, Facebook,
we are easily accessible.
Yes, we are. So, but yeah, that's awesome. So there's our reaction for you guys. We hope you enjoyed, and we just can't wait to see more from this series. We're very excited, and we're very humbled. Thank you for just taking the time to talk about our character like this.
Yeah, it's really is awesome.
Yeah, it's honoring. We're honored.
I'm humbled.
All right, that'll do it.
All right, later.
See you guys later.